Have you ever think like how big application like Amazon know something is broken even before customer notice? Question is, how do company gets alert instantly when something goes wrong? Think about it. Million of people using these application every second to do order, online payments, login, browsing, etc. Right? If something break, how do company know immediately? How do they get alert instantly when something goes wrong? Now imagine the same situation. You have your own website. Maybe it's for a small business website, maybe it's for an online store, or maybe it's just a simple game application. One day your website suddenly becomes slow, but you don't know it. From your end, everything looks normal. Meanwhile, customers are trying to open your website and the application is not working. Page are loading very slowly. Now this will lead to users going to different websites or different alternative, right? And later someone message you and saying your website is not working properly and you realize something is wrong. That is risky, very risky, right? Because by the time you find out, you may already have lost customers, lost trust, lost money as well. So the real question is, can a system automatically watch your application for you? Can it tell you immediately when something unusual happen? And the answer to these questions is yes. And in AWS that is called the CloudWatch. And that's exactly we are going to understand today. By the end of this video, you will clearly understand what CloudWatch is, why every company uses it, why every production project must use it, how to create a real alarm on the EC2 instance, and if something goes wrong, how to get an email notification for that. And after this video, you will able to set alerts like a real AWS engineer, even if you are completely new to this. In AWS, we have a service called Amazon CloudWatch. CloudWatch is a monitoring service, and CloudWatch does two main things. The first thing is it collect data. What kind of data is this? The data related to the CPU, memory, network, and the second, it allow us to create an alarm. Now what is an alarm? Very simple. An alarm watches a number. If that number crosses a limit, it take action. For example, if on a machine, if I'm going to set like whenever the CPU goes above a threshold value, it is going to send us an email. So whenever it is going to cross that number, then we will get an email notification. That is an alarm. So alarm is just like monitor, compare and take action. That's it. Let's talk real world scenario. In production, one of the application traffic increased suddenly. CPU become 95%, server becomes slow, and customers start complaining about it. Now, if you don't have the alarm set, you will know the problem after user complain, and that is really bad for the business, right? In fact, very bad for the business. But if you use the CloudWatch, the moment CPU crosses a threshold value, you will get an email alert and you can take the action immediately. And if you have the alarm set up correctly, then you are able to react early, you are able to scale your application and you fix the issue before even the customer know. So problem solved before customer even notice. And that is the power of the CloudWatch monitoring. Let's do the demo and we will understand the CloudWatch in more detail. And in this demo, what all things we are going to cover, we are going to create the EC2 instance. We are going to create a CPU alarm on it. And then once the CPU is going to cross a threshold value, we will get an email notification for that. Demo time. Let's see what all we are going to do in the demo. Let me go to draw.io. Here first what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a EC2 machine. Then on this machine we are going to increase the CPU. So let me go like this. And then we are going to use CloudWatch. And in the CloudWatch, we are going to use one of the metrics, that is for the CPU. We are going to set a threshold value here, like 70% or 80%. Whenever the CPU is going to cross that threshold value, we will get the email notification, and for that we are going to use the SNS service. Notification, we will get the email notification. So this is the EC2 machine. On the EC2 machine, we are going to have the alarm set with the help of the CloudWatch. And in the CloudWatch, we are going to use the metrics, that is the CPU metrics. And there we are going to have a number like 70% or 80%. Whenever the CPU crosses the 70%, then it is going to trigger a Amazon SNS alarm to us. And we will receive that alarm with the help of the email. So this is the complete demo which we are going to do. So let's go to the AWS console. If you want to follow along, you can do that. So I'm using US East 1, North Virginia. You can also check it from here. And whatever the demo I'm going to do in this region only. So the first thing, I will go to the EC2. Then I will go to the instance, and I'm going to create one free tier instance. Let me give a name. So the name is going to be Linux monitoring. I will go with the Amazon Linux, and in the instance type I will go with free tier eligible. Let me go with the key pair. Let me give a name like monitoring or something. I will go with the default setting, create key pair. Network settings are fine for me. I'm not going to do any changes. Let me click on launch instance. So my instance is in the process of creating right now. Meanwhile, my instance is in the process of creating. Let me do one thing. Let me create the SNS topic. And why I need to create the SNS topic? So that I can receive email for this. Now I am in the Amazon SNS, and on the left hand side I have the option to create a topic. So let me create a topic first. I will go with the standard, not with FIFO. In the FIFO, we will not get the protocol type as email. So that is the reason I am going with the standard one. Let me give a name to my topic like monitoring EC2. I can also go with the same name, monitoring EC2, and create topic. And the next thing which I need to do is I need to create a subscription. Click on create subscription. We need to select the topic. Then in the protocol, we need to select the email so that we will get the email alert. And in the endpoint, we need to add the email ID. So let me add my email ID here. And create subscription. Once I click on the subscription, you will see it is going to show me the pending confirmation. So what I need to do is I need to go to my email and I need to click on confirm subscription. This is important. Subscription confirmed. And if I'm going to refresh this thing, I will see the status confirmed. Now this topic I can attach to any service and I will get the email notification. Let me go back to the EC2 instance. So we have our instance up and running, and I can also see instance state running. 3x3 check are passed. Great. Let me log into this machine. So for that, I will go to my terminal. I will first go to the location where I have downloaded my key pair. Let me expand the size of this one. Yes, now it is fine. And the first command which I need to run, that is, if I click on connect here, if I go to the SSH, it is telling me you need to change the permission of the file, of the PIM file which you have downloaded. So I'm going to do the same thing, chmod 400, and the name of my key pair is this. Okay, let's suppose if I'm not going to do this thing. Okay, let me log into the machine. So this is the command which I need to use, ssh-i, then whatever the key pair name I have, then the EC2, that is the default username, @ public IP. This public IP you will get it from here, or you can also get it from, if you click on the instance, you have the public IP here and the public DNS name here. So you can go with anyone. Let me click on yes. See, I'm getting a error message, unprotected private key file. And to correct this thing, I need to change the permission of the PIM key. And that is what it is suggesting me here. If I click on connect, SSH, see, chmod. So we have fixed the permission. Now let me log into the machine. I'm able to log into my machine. Great. Now I need to go to the CloudWatch to set the alarm. So this is the CloudWatch, and here I need to click on visit alarms. So this is where I'm going to create the alarm. Let me look for the instance ID. This is the instance ID. Let me copy this instance ID. Let me go to the alarm, create alarm, select metrics. This is important. Now we need to select the metrics which we need to use. So in our demo, we are going to use the CPU metrics. And what we want is, if I go as per the diagram, if my CPU is going above 70%, then we will get the email notification. So here what I need to do is I need to search for the CPU, or I can also do one thing. I can go and select the EC2 and look for my instance. Here in the search, I need to give the instance ID, and this is the instance Linux monitoring CPU utilization. Let me select this thing, select metrics, CPU utilization, select metrics. Now here in the statistic, I need to give average. Period is going to be for 1 minute. Here I can select like greater than equal to, lower than equal to. So let me give the value. So here I am giving the 70%. If I am going to give greater, then when the CPU is going to cross the 70%, then we will get the alarm. If I am going to select greater than equal to, then when the CPU is at 70%, we will get the alarm. So don't get confused in this two thing. So let me select the greater. I do have the option for the additional configuration as well. So let me go with the default setting. Next. Now here it is asking me, when do you need a notification? When it is an alarm, when it is in OK state, or when it is in insufficient data. So I need an alarm. Now here we have the option to select the SNS topic. So let me select the SNS topic. And I will go with the default actions. Let me click on next. Let me give a name. So monitoring EC2 CPU. And let me click on next. It is showing me the graph here. Great. Create alarm. So my alarm is configured and it is showing me insufficient data. Now why we are getting the insufficient data? Because right now we are not getting any data from the server. That is the reason. So whenever you are going to configure the CloudWatch alarm, the first thing which you will see, that is the insufficient data only. Okay, now let me go to my EC2. I already logged in. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to run one command so that it is going to increase the CPU of this machine. And currently if I'm going to see the CPU, what is the CPU right now? 3.1. So the CPU is very less right now. Let me come out of this. Okay, now let me run a command which will increase the CPU. Now this command will increase the CPU. Let me explain this command. So this is a Linux command. Yes, what exactly it is going to do? It is going to type Y on the screen. Right now you are not able to see it because I'm asking whatever it is going to type on the screen, it is going to redirect it to the dev null. Now what is dev null in Linux? It is a kind of a black hole. Anything you send in the dev null get disappear. So here it is generating y and it is sending it to dev null, and then null is going to disappear that thing. And in the last I'm using this symbol, and that means it will run in the background. So let's go to the alarm and see the status changed to OK. From insufficient data to OK. That means it is receiving the data now. Now we need to wait till the time it is not going to be in the state of like alert or something. Now I can see the state in alarm. Great, let me refresh it. Yes, in alarm. Let me go to my email. Yes, we have received one email notification as well, where it is giving me all the detail related to my server. So here is my server name. Here is my server name. It is giving me the alarm ARN, and it is also telling me like threshold was greater than 70%. So we are receiving the alarms as well. So this is how we can set the CloudWatch alarm. Before closing, there is an interview tip. If in the interview, if someone is going to ask, how do you monitor EC2? You can say like, we use cloudwatchmetrics and configure CloudWatch alarm with SNS notification. If you are starting AWS in 2026, do not just learn services, learn how to monitor them. Monitor is what make you production ready. If this video helped you understand CloudWatch alarm in a simple way, please like this video, share it with your friends who are learning the AWS, and subscribe to my channel for more real world AWS and DevOps lesson.